Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-doo. Jonathan Majors is coming for you. Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-dee. Soon your underwear will smell of pee. Whoa. I don't remember the lyrics from the songs from that beloved 1970s Willy Wonka movie being quite that dark. I guess I must have been distracted by the green-haired Trumpkins from Loompa Land that were singing that song. Let me reset and enjoy some actual, pure, wholesome children's entertainment like Bill Cosby and Fat Albert. Hey, hey, hey!
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Hey there, my movie maniacs, my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics, and any Oompa Loompas out there that may be watching. Welcome to this episode of Movies Merica. And as always, I am your humble host, Van Eberts, and welcome to this Wonka edition of Movies Merica. And we'll get into the synopsis here really soon, but again, just want to thank you for checking out this show. Come on in, relax yourself, relax your mind, and let's get right into some Wonka, okay? So Wonka is a prequel to the 1971 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie, starring the late, great, legendary Gene Wilder as the titular Willy Wonka character, okay? And of course, in that movie, he basically sent out the 5 golden tickets, and 5 lucky kids, whoever got the golden tickets would get to come to Willy Wonka's factory, right? And one of those kids was Charlie Bucket, right? And so this is, again, the Wonka is a prequel where you have a young Willy Wonka played by Timothée Chalamet from the Dune movies, and he basically starts off with him like immigrating to this nameless town, I believe, where he wants to make his fame and fortune by making chocolates. So really, the biggest thing he wants to do is just make chocolates, okay, in memory of his mother.
Mother? No, this isn't your mother. That mother?
And so he gets there. He doesn't have a whole lot of money on his hands, and he quickly finds out, coming to this town, you run through the money pretty fast, and then he meets up with some unsavory characters that take advantage of him because old Willie is kind of naive, okay, and he's illiterate, you find out, and so he gets himself into some trouble. As you would guess with a movie like this, he's not gonna be down.
Is this gonna take a really long time?
On his luck for long or for the entire movie. He's gonna come up with some way to get to make his chocolates. He's got to fight these baddies in town that are the chocolate companies. There's 3 chocolate companies in town that rule the roost. Okay, they are the big daddies in town. So they're like Walmart and Costco and Target, right? And some little mom and pop shop is trying to set up business in their territory, and so they all just pounce on Willy Wonka, and he's got to fight through that throughout the rest of the movie. And as you would imagine in a movie like this, there's going to be a happy ending and whatnot. But that's the broad strokes of the movie right there. I'm not gonna give everything away, but again, yeah, it stars Timothée Chalamet. It's got Hugh Grant as a Oompa Loompa, and then Keegan Michael-Key from Key and Peele's in it as the chief of police. And really, Olivia Colman is in it as well. But just like in the 1971 movies, and then the 2005 Tim Burton Willy Wonka movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there's songs, and there's original songs in this, and then they do use, I think, at least one song, Pure Imagination, from the 1971 movie. So, yeah, I think that's enough to get us all warmed up, to get our taste buds tempted, I guess, since we are talking about a movie with candy and chocolate and all that. Seems only appropriate, right? But before I forget, let me ask you to follow or subscribe to this channel. Okay, you just got to click the buttons right down there real quick. And then while you're down there clicking buttons already, just click that like button down there. Just smash it. Just pile drive that sucker, okay, if I can get that word out. And then hit that notification bell down there as well if you haven't already, okay? So let's move on with the show. Chalamet taking on the role of Willy Wonka accomplishes at least two things. One, it showcases his range as an actor. And two, it showcases any kind of singing ability that he happens to have. He definitively succeeds at the former and definitively fails at the latter. This is so unlike any other role that I've ever seen Timothée Chalamet in, particularly his role as Paul Atreides in the Dune movies. As Paul Atreides, he's supposed to be stoic, serious, resolute, intelligent, battle-ready. As Willy Wonka, he's animated, silly, illiterate, and he couldn't kick anyone's ass, even if he had 500 Oompa Loompas to help him out. Now, he does do a serviceable job at portraying a friendly, kind-hearted character, just trying to live a dream in dedication to his mother. Now, regrettably for him, like with Johnny Depp, he has to follow in the legendary Gene Wilder's footsteps. And as Depp also found out, when you try to do that,
You lose!
like his stature, his singing is pretty thin. Gene Wilder, also didn't make it where anybody would confuse him for Frank Sinatra. Let's not get it twisted, okay? But he at least had a more melodic, velvety voice that melded perfectly with the tone of the songs and of the movie. Chalamet, though, sounds like he's singing like right after he crawled out of bed in the morning. All dull and no diaphragm. Put some oomph behind it there, son.
Good day, sir!
Does anyone know of anyone that was down on their knees begging for a Willy Wonka prequel? I'd much rather see a movie based on a purely original idea that doesn't reek of a cash grab. This just feels like yet another example of Hollywood going the dull, safe route of riding the coattails of a beloved classic just to give them even more money to swim around in. I'm all for providing as many entertainment choices as possible for family, but don't pimp out beloved IP when you don't need to, especially when you didn't bother to get someone that could correctly keep up with the original iteration of the Willy Wonka character. No one in their right mind would think that Chalamet's iteration of Willy Wonka would become the ingenious, enigmatic Wonka that Gene Wilder gave us. I can hear it already, though. Trust me, just save it. I can hear it already. Those that disagree with me lazily saying I'm giving the old man yells at the clouds argument. That's what people say when they know damn well that they don't have a good counter-argument. It's easy just to throw out a played-out canned insult. Debating on the facts it's actual work, and I only do work. Now, come on, Hollywood. Use some of that pure imagination that the late, great Gene Wilder was singing about in the original movie. Now, this show is spoiler-free, but the show this Thursday night called Movies Merica Spoiler Warning is going to be all spoilery, okay? I'm going to spoil you rotten, okay? And this show that comes on Thursdays comes on at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and then 4 Pacific, okay? And that is just a show where you get a chance to discuss this movie in depth, spoilers and all, and you can live chat with me, comments, questions, whatever, okay? And the live chat doesn't even have to be about this movie. It can be whatever you want. So, but the live chat will be, about this movie primarily, okay? So, and because this show is meant for those folks like me who, after most movies they watch, sometimes they want to have a more detailed discussion, and you're hard-pressed looking around for somebody to have that detailed discussion about this movie with.
Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
Okay? So, meet me, Van Ebert. I'm your guy for that detailed discussion on the show, Movies Merica, spoiler warning. Again, this Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that's 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Central, or 6 Central, 6 Central, 5 Mountain Time, okay? And how do you join this show? Well, all you got to do is on Thursday, you can go to my @MoviesMerica page on Twitter or X, and you can click on the link for the Movies Merica spoiler warning show right there, or you can go to YouTube or Rumble. That's where the show's at. And you can look up Movies Merica. Now, if you look up Movies Merica on Rumble, it'll work just fine. It'll bring you right to my page on Thursday, and you just got to click on the link for Movies Merica spoiler warning. Easy peasy, okay? Now, YouTube's kind of stupid. YouTube's kind of dumb, okay? And so when you type in Movies Merica, it's gonna think you're trying to search for Movies America. Nope, wrong-o, okay? So what you have to do is right underneath where you typed in Movies Merica, you have to click on this little blurb that says search instead for Movies Merica. Click on that, and then that'll take you to the Movies Merica page, okay? Also, you might have to type in Till Death Podcast Network. That's another way to search in YouTube for the Movies Merica spoiler warning show. All right. Hey, enough about that. I hope to see you this Thursday night. Let's get on with the show. I will say that at least a couple of the songs in Wonka remember to be simple and catchy, like Pure Imagination and I've Got a Golden Ticket were simple and catchy from the 1971 original. The song A World of Your Own holds up and has like a horn-heavy, jazzy sound to it that kind of could be a jam from the B-side of a 70s-era Chicago album. I could see some thinking that this particular song is Wonka's 2023 Pure Imagination, even though they do use Pure Imagination in this movie too. Sweet Tooth, sung by Paterson Joseph, Matt Lucas, and Mathew Baynton, who all play the devious Chocolate Cartel characters as they try to bribe the chief of police, again played by Keegan Michael-Key, is a whimsical marching-style little ditty that hooks a little bit, okay? Now, to be honest, the rest of the songs in Wonka are really like the good and plenties of this musical candy aisle. They're the last thing anyone would pick because they're nothing more than black licorice-flavored, puny, putrid pellets. Not even Augustus Gloop would eat them. Okay, everybody. Hey, if you would, just go ahead and subscribe and follow this channel, and then hit the like button down below, and then the notification bell as well, so you get notifications of brand new episodes of Movies Merica. And those buttons are just right down there. It takes you like 2 seconds to click them. If you would, I appreciate it. And then get in that comment section down below as well. And comment to me. That'd be fantastic. I want to hear from you. And then also get to tdpn.locals.com. That's our website with all our great Till Death Podcast Network content. And right now, if you go there and put in promo code TDPN, as in Till Death Podcast Network, you get a free month of access to all the great stuff that's on tdpn.locals.com. All right, with that, let's move on with the show. And now, some random thoughts. Wonka is directed by Paul King, who also directed Paddington 1 and 2. Paddington 2 is the movie that Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage, playing Nicolas Cage, were crying away their man cards to in the movie The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Paddington 2 is incredible.
Now, regarding the CGI in Wonka, it's more like Smarties quality CGI as opposed to Wonka scrum-diddly-umptious bar quality CGI. It doesn't really matter as much, though, for a movie like Wonka because it's not trying to portray a grounded, real-world feel. It's more like a whimsical, fantastical world, even outside of any chocolate factory, just like Tim Burton's Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Now, in this case, it's not as bad that the CGI looks cartoonish. Now, Wonka reportedly cost $125 million to make. That's $122 million more than the 1971 Gene Wilder Willy Wonka movie had available to make it with. So, however, I seriously doubt, though, that this 2023 prequel is going to have anywhere near the pop culture significance of the much less advantaged 1971 classic. Yes, willkommen to this brew review time. And the reason I put it that way is because the beer for this brew review time comes over from Deutschland, okay? And hey, without further ado, let me show you the bad boy right here. And this is one from Weihenstephaner, and it is a Hefe Weiss beer, and it comes to us from the Bavarian State Brewery in Weihenstephaner, which is actually in Germany, of course, and it's basically located in the hills above Freising, Germany. I forget how you pronounce that. But, the Bavarian State Brewery in Weihenstephaner is actually the oldest brewery in the world. I know, it's impressive, right? Now, this is a premium, naturally cloudy wheat beer, and it's actually their most recognized brew. And it's got this really nice, very subtle, fruity nuance of bananas and cloves. Okay, so again, it's subtle. It's not overpowering at all. Okay, don't get it twisted. All right, you're not drinking a banana milkshake here. Okay, so don't worry about that. And it's light, it's creamy, and it's just there's no harshness to it at all. It's got 5.4% alcohol by volume and IBU rating of 14, so it's not bitter at all. IBU, International Bitterness Units, is what that stands for. So it's not bitter at all. It's a wheat beer. Again, it's got this like fruity nuance of banana and cloves. So it's not going to be bitter at all. But I'm not getting any money from this brewery at all, and I don't get any money from any of the breweries that I review beers for. So these reviews are completely objective. Okay, so. And you know what? I'm going to objectively take a drink right now. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, let me hold that back up there for you. So, that is Weihenstephaner Hefe Weiss beer. Weiss beer, I believe, means wheat beer in German. So, and check it out. Get you some. Probably not going to be readily available in most towns, okay? But you can go on like gopuff.com or Open Bar or drizzly.com. I'm not getting any money from those either. And you could, get a beer like this delivered to your house, okay? So, all right, enough out of me about that. That has been Brew Review Time. Is this a woke after-school special? Well, nothing in this meets my definition of woke in that it doesn't try to use identity politics to divide us en route to the eventual destruction of America. Now, some could say it unnecessarily portrays the church as a front of sorts for the baddies in this movie, the Chocolate Cartel. So that could be seen as a jab at religion. We all know Hollywood flipping the bird at God gives them a definitive sugar high.
Piece of chocolate for a starving orphan.
I'm sorry, my child. I don't have any on me.
Oh.
But I wouldn't really call that woke. That's just Hollywood being Hollywood and hating on God. Another thing that isn't really woke is that the Chocolate Cartel could be seen as yet another attempt to paint all corporations as criminal, corrupt, manipulative entities that are just trying to keep the little guy down. All right, everybody. Hey, since you're doing me a solid by sticking around this long, let me do you a solid by letting you know all about Nature Clear Recovery Powder. Nature Clear Recovery Powder, it is just a powder that helps you avoid a hangover or helps you recover from a hangover, whichever the case may be. And it's very simple to use, okay? You just take this packet right here, and you just pour it in 12 ounces of water or a bottle of water, your typical bottle of water. Pour it in there, and you just drink it before you head out to the nightclubs, you know, to shake your booty or hit the beer patio, okay? And now, if you're out and about and you're like on your 15th beer and you're like, oh my God, I forgot to take my Nature Clear. What an idiot. Hey, you know what? Take it easy on yourself, okay? Just take it when you get home, all right? And you're good to go, okay? It's almost like Nature Clear was pre-planning for this stuff, okay? They're geniuses. What can I say? And it also helps you recover from smoking and vaping as well. So this is an all-around Swiss Army knife of recovery, okay? So right now, what you should be thinking is, Van, how do I get my hands on Nature Clear Recovery Powder? Well, I will tell you. All you got to do is click on the Nature Clear description down in the link in the description. There we go. And just click on that and just pick out whatever Nature Clear products you want. Get them in the cart. And then in the promo code field, you type in the promo code MOVIES, okay? And you're going to get up to 25% off your next Nature Clear order. Very sweet, right? Very sweet right there. Sorry, beer burp there. Hazards of the trade. But yeah, get yourself some Nature Clear, all right? Do it. All right, on with the show. I'm seriously trying to remember if there are any side characters in Wonka that are worth remembering. Hugh Grant is passably funny as a Oompa Loompa with a taste for thievery, who also teaches Wonka not to be so naive and trusting. He's like a little orange chocolate-chasing, booze-swilling, green-haired gentleman who could actually work for the Kingsmen. The girl, Noodle, who becomes friends with Wonka, lends a little emotion to the movie. As close as they're portrayed in this movie, it's a little weird when you think about how there's no mention of Noodle in the 1971 movie at all.
Right.
Did they not keep in touch? If something happened to her, why not mention, at least in passing, what happened to her? We also have Academy Award winner Olivia Colman, and she plays Mrs. Scrubbit, who's essentially a ripoff of the Miss Hannigan character in Annie. And then we have Wonka's co-workers of sorts in the Scrubbit laundry, who none of them are very memorable whatsoever. The dog that's there to keep them down in the laundry working is more memorable. All right, everybody. Hey, let me take a minute to tell you all about a new feature on the tdpn.locals.com website, and that is my Movies Merica Mad Libs. So you guys remember Mad Libs when you were a kid? You know, you get the Mad Libs pad with all the paragraphs. You can fill in the words. And if you were like me, you filled in like raunchy words in with the Mad Libs. Well, now we have the Movies Merica Mad Libs, and you can only get that on tdpn.locals.com. So what do you have to do to get to the Movies Merica Mad Libs? Well, of course, go to tdpn.locals.com and just read over the 3 characters that I've created for Movies Merica Mad Libs, and then also read over like the first few lines that I've written. And where you come in is just like in Mad Libs back in the day, you get to contribute creatively, okay? And what you do is for each of the 3 characters, you just have to add lines to the Movies Merica Mad Libs script, okay? So I have started you out with the first few lines to give you a little flavor of what the script is all about. And then for each of the characters, you just have to write a line for each character. 1 line per character, please. But you can write as many lines as you want. Go nuts. It's just you have to write at least 1 line per character. And then me and Ian and Sean, the other 2 here as part of the Unholy Trinity in the Till Death Podcast Network, we'll look over the submissions, okay? And then we will read whatever you write live, okay, on this show. We're going to do a live table read where we read what you write, okay? And you can tune in and you can laugh your butt off. Even one of the characters is a woman, so, you know, one of us is going to have to, get in drag, I guess. All right, so that's Movies Merica Mad Libs, and get there now. All right, just some quick final thoughts on Wonka. You really should just stay at home and just suck on an everlasting gobstopper instead of gassing up the jalopy and driving to the theater to go see this. Now, obviously, if your kids are screaming at you to go see this, well, don't listen to me. Take them, okay? I mean, you're the one who has to live with them. Now, I'm just not for people going and checking out some shameless cash grab, because it sends the message to Hollywood to keep puking out this boring, bland bunk, okay? And I don't want that message to be sent to Hollywood, okay? I'm sick of seeing this kind of crap, okay? But anyway, that's just my final thoughts right there. All right, hey, real quick, just subscribe or follow this channel. Just hit the subscribe or follow button down there, okay, if you would. And then hit the like button down there also, okay, because you're down there anyway. And then if you haven't already, hit that notification bell down there. All right, everybody, as always, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
Hey guys, don't leave the video quite yet. Okay, I've got a popo. They're coming after me, and I don't have much time to tell you, but you need to like and subscribe this video right here, down below. It's right down there. It's just waiting. It's waiting for you down there, okay? And make sure you watch these videos over here too. You'll be doing me a big favor. I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. All right. Thanks for watching.